Hey, what is going on YouTube? It is Jihadi Joe. At the time of me recording this, it's been 10 days since my last video, so I've been very sorry about that, but it's just I've been busy with school, y'all, so gotta focus on that, even though I can't even do my passion. I don't know, I gotta get better at my time management skills, life's just kind of right now. But first of all, I don't know what gameplay I'm gonna have in the background, so if anything it's from a stream or just clips, whatever you guys are gonna see on the screen. I don't know, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. But as far as this video goes, I'm not gonna try to make it too much of a rant, because I might save that for a later video, because there's a lot of meat riders, either like people, I don't know, some 70-inch TV COD dad who's meat riding the game thinking it's perfectly perfect, and then you have people like Blame Truth and I don't know, there's another guy named Luffy, who are just complete meat riding old CODs like BO2. But I'm not gonna get into that. That will hopefully be in another video sometime this week. I don't know, might as well fucking milk the cow on that one, because everybody's COD opinions are pretty much shit, and so COD community is a fucking joke when it comes to that. But I digress. Anywho, I am gonna be giving a review on Modern Warfare 2 as a whole, from the campaign, the Spec Ops, and multiplayer. I'm gonna rate it as a whole, and I'm gonna rate them individually on a scale from 1 to 10 for each game mode. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, man. I'm gonna try to get more stuff out this week. Like I said, I've just been really busy, and season 1's gonna come out this week, so yeah, I'll probably be streaming that. I've actually been streaming a lot, so I'm gonna link my Twitch down in the video below. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, to be honest. I'm gonna try to keep it under 30 minutes, because I just want to kind of go everything quick. The main review is gonna be on multiplayer, because campaign, I don't know if you watched my season finale, I actually gave a review on that. But I mean, other than that, the main review is probably going to be on multiplayer, and then a little bit from Spec Ops. And honestly, yes, it is going to be a little bit, but you guys will figure out why. But anyway, that was probably a long ass intro, so I'm going to get right into the video here, and let's go to the campaign. Alright, so the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I'm not going to go over any spoilers. Or actually, maybe I should, I don't know. You know what, fuck it, I'm sorry. Spoiler warning up ahead. Alright. I'm very sorry, but I mean, if you guys haven't watched the series already, then hey, that's your guys' fault. Check out my channel, and you'll see all the let's play, the videos and stuff like that. But I just kind of want to go over the campaign really quick. As far as the campaign itself, honestly, I thought the whole Mexican cartel thing was gonna be a little bit corny at first. When I heard the leaks, I think right before Vanguard came out, I think there was some leaks on Modern Warfare that this game's gonna mainly be with the cartel and things like that, and I thought it was gonna be whatever, but I was wrong. I actually really enjoyed this campaign a lot. I think especially the interactions between Ghost and Soap, which, by the way, they definitely carried it. I'm so glad the story was kind of more on them. And as far as the whole for character arcs with everybody, I enjoyed, right? And I still have my gripes with a few things. I still do question some of the choices they made. And we'll get into the video as a whole later, but as much as, everything seems, all fine and dandy, some of it feels rushed in a sense. But as far as campaign, with the overall story, I think it was good. I do like Alejandro and his friend as new characters. I forgot what the other guy's name was, but they were cool characters. I liked it, but I think some of the biggest problems within the campaign, in my opinion, and the reason why I might dock it just a little bit, is because for example, people like Farah, who is in Modern Warfare 2019, a big part of Modern Warfare 2019, and even other people like Nikolai, they were pretty much just in a cameo scene, one mission. I don't know what happened with that, but I mean, it's whatever. I know the story isn't gonna necessarily focus on them, and plus, even though the main bad guy in the story is an Iranian, it is focused more on the cartel, which I do find really good. As far as things like character arcs, I think you kind of see already like more of a developed relationship between Captain Price and Gaz, which is kind of nice. And then you'll see also other people like Kate Laswell actually, going inside and doing campaign missions with us, instead of just being, person over comms and things like that. And I mean, I did enjoy the campaign. I think overall it was really good. I like the interactions between Ghost and Soap, which, by the way, Ghost carried that campaign. I don't care what anyone tells me. I mean, to be fair, majority of the there was like way more missions in Mexico and things like that than there were in fucking wherever else in the world with Captain Price and Gaz and things like that. But I do really like how it just played out. I didn't expect it to be good. I really didn't. Like, obviously, you know, you expect COD campaigns to be good, but I thought they were just taking the story into a weird turn. But honestly, I think they did a really good job. So overall, I think my campaign review, I'm gonna probably give it like a 7.5 to 8. Honestly, probably an 8, maybe. And the only reason why is because there is no Alex from Modern Warfare 2019 in the campaign. I'm gonna throw up an image of him real quick if you guys remember him. Basically, what ended up happening is that in the end of Modern Warfare 2019, he had to basically sacrifice his life, kind of, because, you know, the C4 fucking detonators didn't work, so he had to go manually do it or whatnot. And then back in Season 3, he actually comes back, but with a prosthetic leg. And we have not heard any information on him whatsoever. He was not mentioned once in the campaign, as far as I could recall. There's nothing. I don't really like that. And as far as the post-credit scene, I know there's a few people theorizing the guy that's actually making the 3D printed gun. I'm not gonna throw images up of that because it's already on my Let's Play series, and I'm just trying to make a review. But they're saying that the guy with the gun is basically Alex undercover, and they're trying to make theories because Alex technically isn't even his real name, and it's his call sign or whatever. Which I can honestly kind of see, and if it goes down that road, that's good. But my problem is, as far as the story goes, I feel like everyone was kind of brought back for a cameo in some certain aspects, especially people like Farah and Nikolai. But the campaign overall was good. Also, a nice introduction to General Shepard. I do like the story in the sense, you know, instead of this time he was always a complete asshole, you know, he fucked up. I also thought Graves in the campaign was a pretty cool character. Yeah, he'll probably come back, honestly. I honestly, I didn't even see a body. I was like, man, I don't even think we killed this guy, you know? So I thought that was really cool. And apparently, I'll get into Spec Ops as well. Apparently, between Warzone multiplayer and Spec Ops, they're gonna have like multiple stories to go through. So I believe, I don't know, I think I heard a YouTube video about this. I don't know if it's true or not. I honestly doubt it. But apparently the multiplayer is gonna focus on more like the Mexican cartel side of the story, while like Warzone and new game modes with DMZ and Spec Ops are gonna focus more in the new Warzone map, like the Al Mazrah or in the Middle East somewhere, and shit like that, which I find pretty cool. But overall, I know I'm dragging away from campaign, and honestly, I don't even want to go too much into it, but overall, I give it like an 8 out of 10. If we do end up seeing Alex later on throughout this game and they give us an explanation where he's at, then I'll probably raise it up to like an 8.5. I thought it was really good, man. I know a lot of people probably don't even care for the campaign and things like that, but then again, man, you know, it was just great. You know, there's something different about it. I don't know. I really liked it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. And I think that's it for the campaign. I think I'm gonna move on to the multiplayer now, actually. So yeah, here's the multiplayer side. All right, so for the multiplayer, first off, I want to get this out of the way. This is probably the best, one of the best. Not like the best, I'm sorry, let me correct that. One of the best Call of Duty multiplayers since Black Ops 3. But there's one thing holding it back, which is holding the whole game back, and I'll get into that in a second, but is the UI. I will go into detail with that later on, because I think it is dog shit. Anyone who's... I mean, pretty much everybody could agree, but I think I only see like one upside from the UI, and that's only honestly with like the creative class and the gunsmith, but everything else, like the menu, like selecting everything, is honestly just total horse shit. And I'm not gonna try to go into the ranty side. I do want to save a separate video for that too, because I know there's a lot of people ranting within things in multiplayer, like the UI, how the gunsmith system works. I know some people think it's bad, which honestly, there's only one gripe maybe for why it's bad, but I don't know. Let's just get into it. So first off, I want to talk about things like the TTK and overall just the feel of the guns. I really think that a lot of the guns feel great. Apparently there's like a one-shot shotgun that goes really far. It's called like the Bryson 890 or something. I don't even know. We'll go into that in a second too, because I do also want to show you guys the gunsmith and see what I'm talking about, or that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I mean, as far as multiplayer goes, I actually enjoy it. You know, there's a lot of people that also enjoy it too. You know, a lot of people are saying oh, COD lobbies are back with all the shit talking, but we'll get into that later. I mean, it's always gonna be shit talking. It's a Call of Duty lobby, but I think the gunplay is good. I also think the way that the attachment system works in this game, where let's say if I get like a holographic sight or like a little red dot on the M4, I could use it pretty much on majority of the guns in the rest of the game, which I find really cool. I really like that actually. It kind of removes the whole grind and progression, and you know, we'll go in here in a second, but as far as my first thoughts on multiplayer outside of like the UI and how buggy it is, I really like it. I think the maps are okay at launch compared to Modern Warfare 2019. I know a lot of people are shitting on the border map, and rightfully so. I think the border map would have been okay if it was on like another side of the border, not necessarily a freeway bridge. I know it's kind of cool to see, but I mean, if you played the invasion mode, I don't know if you guys have played the invasion mode yet, but basically there's a bigger version of like the whole border map. You know, there's like a shop area, there's like houses on the side and things like that, and I actually really like it. So if they were to just honestly get rid of the border map and put it honestly in the same area, just a different location, whether it's like the warehouses on the side or the fucking houses on the left of the map, or like all the gift shops or something like that, or just even a different bridge in general, I think that would have been way better than how it is right now. I do think the map is ass. Either all the cars need to be blown up in the start, or they need to remove like a lot of cars. That's what I think. But as far as multiplayer maps goes, I really like them. I think that, well, actually no. Sorry. I think they're okay. I think there's a lot of lighting issues. I also think that there's a lot of graphical issues. And also with multiplayer, I'm on PC currently. Even though I'm on a 3080, it is still very hard for me to stream this game. I don't know how the hell I was able to record the campaign on like max settings, but I can't record or stream the multiplayer in low settings, which I find very odd. There's just way too many bugs in general, whether it was flickering and stuff like that. And I know there's NVIDIA graphics card drivers updates to fix all these things, but still, honestly, I really do think it's unacceptable for a lot of shit. And I don't, man, it's so hard to critique multiplayer because I want to do it in another separate video, because I want to critique kind of everybody and their all dog shit opinions. Yes, everybody, majority of you guys have dog shit opinions, but I enjoy the multiplayer. I think the gunplay is fine. I don't think the TTK is too fast. Maybe it is a little bit too fast on shotguns. Honestly, if anything, I think some weapons need to be buffed. I think all the weapons that are really like considered overpowered and stuff like that, I don't think they need to be touched. I think maybe a couple guns like the battle rifles, maybe you need to get touched instead of the you know, really anything else. But I mean, as far as that goes, I like multiplayer so far. I mean, as far as the gunplay goes, and we'll go into a second here, but let's see, hang on. So I'm gonna put this up on screen right now. This is live as I'm doing this. So I currently have 8 platinum guns, and I kind of want to go over the camos real quick. So basically, you have 4 camos, right? I'm pretty sure everybody knows this. You have 4 camos. As you level up the gun, you unlock challenges. So this will unlock at level 3, for example. This camo will unlock at 11, 20, 24, so on, depending on the gun's level, right? That's just an example. This gun was quick, right? So I like this system because after this, basically once I get these 4 camo challenges done, then I get the gold camo challenge, and I do like it. Some of the guns, it is harder to do than others, obviously, because there are some weak ass guns. But as far as stuff like this goes, like, I really enjoy guns like this. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy guns like this. I enjoy the camo system. I honestly don't think it's bad. I just think it's really tedious because let's say after I get all the guns gold, right? I get all the SMGs gold. There's also another platinum challenge after, which I like, but at the same time I don't, because the challenge is kind of absurd, which is long shots. Because from what like a lot of people are saying, you know, the real grind is when you hit platinum on a lot of your guns to get long shots, because after that, for polyatomic, it basically goes to headshots after. So once I get every gun platinum, then I move on to polyatomic, and then I basically get headshots on those guns, right? And then I get the polyatomic camo, right? Once I'm done with polyatomic, then I unlock Orion for every gun in the game, which is pretty cool. I like the camo challenge this year. It is going to be tedious, and I think one of the worst aspects within this COD is kind of the leveling system for the weapons. I feel like some of them just take too long, and I feel like I just have to play Invasion the whole time, which is really fucking boring, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see what else in here with the gun system. Like this UI, like down here horizontally, by the way, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. What I do think is still bad is your perk packaging system. I kind of like this menu right here, right? But let's say if I go to perk package 5, like this is just kind of ass. You know, there's not even a perk 1 like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess they changed it. You know, you have base perks, bonus, ultimate, but I mean, that's all full of shit, honestly. But I don't know, so, some of the stuff right here is kind of hard to navigate, and also within the gunsmith, like if I go to the weapon platforms, it's still kind of hard to drag. It's way better than the beta. I think this is the only thing that really improved from the beta as far as the UI goes, but as you can see here, right, like, let me give you guys a good example to go back on the attachments, right? So this right here is an optic. It's called the XRK on-point optic. Obviously, I don't have it, but it says unlock by leveling the Bryson 890 to level 5, right? So, for all you idiots that also don't know how to navigate this menu for how dog shit it is, but I mean, then again, I don't blame you. You go right here to where it says the platform. I don't know what the controls is on PlayStation and whatnot, but look at this. Wow, what is this? A weapon family. Wow. This is something I actually enjoy, right? And then you go down here, and then if you scroll all the way through, you can actually see what attachments you get from this gun and at what level, right? So at this level, I unlock that optic, level 5, for the shotgun. Wow. I don't know why it was so hard to read that shit, right? But I like the system. I like the fact that I could go in and get another gun leveled up, and instead of leveling the gun and unlocking base attachments as the thing goes on, I could actually just use attachments from previous weapons and put them on there. Now, obviously, not every single one is compatible. Sometimes you might have to do tweaks to the gun itself to make it compatible, but I mean, all of these grips, all of these suppressors, I know shotguns is different, but like, if you go to ARs or SMGs, like a lot of them are compatible. A lot of these right here are compatible as well. You know, guards is different with shotguns and stuff like that, but a lot of these are compatible. Even the lasers, you know, like let's go to the M4 right here. A lot of these lasers, they're pretty much all compatible with each other, and I like that. I really do. I know a lot of people are saying the gunsmith system is confusing and ass. I honestly think the opposite. The only thing that is ass about the gun system that I will say that I hope they change is kind of this right here, right? And I obviously don't have all the guns leveled up in the game. I'm honestly kind of too lazy to right now. But for example, right? Let's say I want to get this sniper, right? Oh, you have to get the LAB 330 to level 17. Okay, right? What do I have to do for this? I have to get the SAB 50 to level 16, right? And how you get the SAB was actually getting the fucking SPR to like rank 14 or something like that. So I have to go through all these guns to get that. And yes, I do find annoying, but at the same time, with these weapon families, instead of it going one by one, they could have just had the SPR in the middle. And then you basically go through, like, you would have the SPR and then this SBA 50. And then from that point on, I would either like to have it to where I could use either this sniper or the other one, and then go from there vice versa instead of going one by one. I will say, maybe in the next Call of Duty, hopefully they'll do this. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it. That's another topic for another day. But I will say, if they were to have it to where it's just normal levels, but you were just able to unlock attachments on every gun, like let's say that, you know, optic on that shotgun that we were just talking about right here. Where is it, right? The XRK on point optic. If we were to just able to have that system without trying to level up this shotgun to go to a different one, I thought that would have been way, like, that's honestly the only way you can improve the gun system, because I know a lot of people are complaining about it. I think it's great. I really do. I don't see anything wrong with it for the most part. I do say though, I'm sorry for JGod and the exclusive ace. You guys have to go through this attachment tuning bullshit. I think that, in my opinion, I don't think it should be there. I think this is where the confusing part comes in, even for me, because I don't know. I just don't fuck with it. It doesn't seem like anything that like an average player would get used to. But then again, you know, apparently this game is catering to the casuals. Well, that's what they say every Call of Duty. But I like the gunsmith system. I like the guns. I like the selection of guns this year as well. I honestly think the gunsmith system isn't even that bad. Like, and there's a lot of guns right here, right? So there's this gun right here, the Vaznev 9K, which if you guys don't know, This is a gun from Rainbow Six Siege, and I kind of like how they're adding Rainbow Six Siege guns in this game finally. They're also going to add one with the new Battle Pass coming out in Season 1. I kind of like the gun selection here. I don't know, like, I like it. The only thing I don't like is having to level up all these guns just to get from one gun to another. And then also the time it takes to level up these guns if you're not playing something like Invasion Killing AI, which does tend to get boring. But outside from the gunsmith itself, I kind of want to go over perk packages and lethals. I think they're fine this year, except for flashbangs. I think flashbangs needs an automatic nerf. I also think things like battle harden need to get buffed extremely, because apparently it's like 0.2 of a second difference for the flashbang duration between battle hardened, whether or not you have it on for a flashbang. I think that's full of shit. As far as the perk package system go, I'm alright with it. I am fine with Ghost being an ultimate perk. And I know a lot of people are hating, like, oh, why do I have to get my, you know, perks earned throughout the match? Well, instead of, you know, having your little fucking Timmies in the corner, that way you people could stop complaining about them, they're not gonna have Ghost immediately, which also makes kill streaks like fucking UAVs not fucking useless since the beginning of the game. Like, I don't understand how people thought this system was ass. I thought this was even gonna be better. Like, literally, like, nobody having Ghosts in the beginning of the game, I pop off in the beginning of the game, have a UAV, help my team out even more, that's great. I don't understand how people thought that that would be bad, you know? But, hey man, I digress. People are weird. I think it's fine. As far as field upgrade goes, I haven't experimented with a lot of this shit. I did use the tactical camera in the beta. I thought it was really cool, but I have not felt the need to use it in the full game so far, which kind of sucks. A lot of this shit's whatever. I mean, I haven't tried it. I'm not going to give my point of view on that. As far as that goes, that's great. Kill streaks, I like this year. They're cool. Let's see what else. Vehicle customization, that's kind of worthless. Operators, the operators are okay this year. And for anyone wondering why I don't have an operator on the other side, is if you go right here and I go to edit my showcase operator. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, no, actually, sorry, wrong menu. If I go to social right here and I go to my showcase, right, and I inspect my operator, wow, why does my operator not look like that? That's because it's the PlayStation exclusive operator, right? So it will actually show me as a default, but in game, I'm still that character, this little samurai guy right here, but I'm not able to see him. So, and I'm not able to select them either, right? Because if I go, wow, it kicks me out of the UI menu because of how dog shit it is. Wow, it kicked me out again. But if I use WASD, wow, now I'm able to go through this menu right here. I think that's ass. And as far as multiplayer goes, I mean, it's your standard COD multiplayer. I don't really want to make this video too long. It's great, you know, it's fun. And another thing is, my friends have been enjoying it. You know, my friends who don't even like COD or stopped playing it just because they thought it was ass too, like everybody else, hopping on that hate wave. Which I don't blame him, because it really was, especially with fucking Vanguard's bitch ass. It's great. You know, all my friends, even from school, that I never thought would be buying a Call of Duty game in my life, actually bought it. Everyone's been enjoying it, but the problem is, and this is the biggest gripe with multiplayer, why I really want to downgrade it, because honestly, it ran better in the beta, is the amount of lagging, the amount of fucking bullshit-ass graphical settings that actually fuck with your computer. And the UI in general is just so ass. Like, look how bad it lagged. It's just from me backing out, you know. This whole menu system right here, selection. I think some of this is fine. But if I want to go into multiplayer, I want this. Like, this right here is fine, right? But it's featured. You have your featured playlist and then multiplayer. This is multiplayer right here on the bottom. Why are you showing me that? Just put it right here. And if you're going to put on quick play, let me press on quick play and then have this instead of the bullshit daily challenges. Let me have it to where I could filter the playlist from here. I think the biggest gripe with Modern Warfare right now is the UI, the amount of crashing, the amount of bugs, the amount of, honestly, just bullshit, the way it runs. I think in that aspect, it's so ass, but the core gameplay itself is so fire. People are just shitting on it. And also, another thing, if I go right here, there's currently no combat record in the game and things like that, and I know a lot of people are fucking really hating on the game for it, which, I mean, I guess rightfully so. You know, it's been in every COD since release, but at the same time, I feel like they're just kind of using it as a bait, you know, a bailout to say, oh, the game's completely trash. And, well, yeah, there is some aspects on how it's trash, like this dog shit UI, the multiplayer itself, the experience of me shooting a gun has nothing to do with the combat record being there. That's what a lot of Call of Duty YouTubers right now, I feel like, are making a fucking big ass complaint with and making a stupid ass comparison. It's mind-boggling. Y'all some dumbass motherfuckers. I think it's ass too. I think it's also unacceptable that it's there, but don't try to compare the fucking multiplayer just because you're stupid ass, you know, your combat record isn't there. I don't know. I don't want to rant. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. I think the biggest gripe of multiplayer is the UI. I would have given this a 9 out of 10, but I think I'm going to give it a solid 7, maybe a 7.5. I think the whole UI and the amount of bugs is unacceptable for the way it is. So that's why I'm giving it points. And let's see, what else we got? We got Spec Ops. So let me try to make this quick because Spec Ops is not even going to take long at all. It's full of shit, honestly. So yeah. All right, let's move on to Spec Ops. Alright, so for Spec Ops, I'm not going to go into it. I'm still in the menu right here. So, you have 3 missions. I do kind of like the first, let's see. I like the first, you know, cutscene when you load in. But as far as this Spec Ops goes, it's alright. I do think the missions are a little bit lackluster. Or not necessarily lackluster. I think the stealth is very lackluster in this game. I think the AI needs a lot of work. In my opinion, I don't know. I just don't feel like they're, you know, too good, to be honest. And this whole intel thing, like, where the fuck are you to find intel? You know, I don't know. Like, Spec Ops is cool and all. Like, apparently I get this variant if I hit 100 stars. I think the first 2 Spec Ops missions are honestly boring as fuck. I think the low profile one is a little bit cool. This one, Denied Area, is just kind of pointless. But the Defender map, you know, you go in Dome, it's kind of like survival. I like that. I wonder when that game mode's coming in. I think Spec Ops does have potential if the story is actually good for it and it's not fucking pointless. There is raids that are going to be coming out, so we have to wait and see. And, I mean, honestly, like, my review on this game is, like, I want to even lower it, but the problem is, like, I feel like the real release is going to come out when Warzone 2 comes out, which is this Tuesday, because that's when they're going to add a lot more features. And then things in the mid-season update, they're going to add something to Spec Ops, which is raids, which if you guys don't know, if you guys ever played Destiny, it's kind of something like that, apparently. I don't know how many players it is. I believe it was 3 or something like that. I don't know. It's probably bullshit. But as far as Spec Ops goes, I think it's a little bit lackluster in telling the story and what's going on necessarily, especially after the campaign. But I like it. I mean, it's okay. You know, I mean, they're probably not going to do anything with this mode anyways. Let's be real. So there's not really anything, you know, a whole lot. I will also say I do miss customizing my gun and going in with a custom class in the Spec Ops, but that's something that shouldn't really need to be worried about. But, I mean, hey, man, it is what it is. Spec Ops is alright. I'm gonna give that shit a 6 out of 10 as well. But, I mean, that's honestly my full review on Call of Duty. You know, I really enjoyed this game. I want to try to give this game even higher points, but the more shit I go through, you know, this game is just very annoying, and, I don't, honestly, I'm not going to play a clip. I might in the future. But I have 1 double XP token right here, right? I bought the Vault edition of this game, and they said that they were going to give out the 10 hours of double XP, weapon XP, and normal XP for everybody. And I basically came back, I believe it was last Tuesday. I ended up coming back from my room because I was going to get some food. I come back, and the UI glitched out because my friend was starting a match. The UI, my whole screen froze. And once it was done, let me unmute the game audio, right? Oh shit, my headset is currently off. That's funny, so I can't even fucking hear that shit. That's awkward. Let me turn this on. So, if I go to Intel right here, it was making that noise. Let me do that one more time. It started spamming that noise, and you could go on Twitter right now and find people that are having the same problem where it spams, basically, right? If I go to multiplayer right here, it ends up, if you're not the host, it ends up spamming this, and then it goes to your XP tokens, and it ended up using all of mine at once. So, I tried emailing Activision, they still haven't emailed me back. I thought that was a really big complaint, and that's why I also gave multiplayer a lower thing, because of how buggy the UI is. They ended up giving me 10 hours of double XP, and I wasn't even able to utilize them or use any of it, because I was going to save it for Season 1, but hey, it is what it is. You know, I think Modern Warfare has the potential to become the best COD ever. They really need to step their ass this year, because this year for Call of Duty, after honestly a shit 2 years, because whether we like it or not, Cold War, even though it was for 6 months, it was all right. but it doesn't fucking matter at that point, right? They completely scrapped Vanguard's project, and Cold War basically had to take over in 6 months. 6 fucking months. With a whole bunch of bugs, which introduced bugs to Warzone. Vanguard was a total disaster. Worst Call of Duty in history. Infinite Warfare can't even compare to how dog shit that thing is. But this year was supposed to make COD either come back for good or basically go down the drain like Battlefield. And so far, I really wish that this didn't happen. I honestly wanted it to either be one or the other. But we're also in a stalemate, kind of like how Modern Warfare 2019 was. Seems like Infinite Warfare is kind of carrying the Call of Duty series, to be honest. And my problem is, like, they better support the fuck out of this game as far as bugs, content, and a whole bunch of other shit. Because honestly, I think this, as a core gameplay, this has nothing to do with the UI. It is probably one of the funnest multiplayers I've had in a minute. And I'm gonna get into another video later, but this has the potential to become one of the best games in my opinion. But I hope they step their ass up, because if they're not, this game's gonna fall down the drain and it will go to shit. Mark my words. But I enjoyed this game. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. My overall review for this game, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 or a 7.5, depending on how season 1 is gonna go. But that's me so far. This is after like a first week and a half. I'm enjoying the game. It's just the problem to get in those games. It's so fucking difficult because majority of the UI is ass. The only thing that I think that is not even ass with the UI is kind of the gunsmith system and how it's horizontal. I don't mind it personally. I guess it's something different. And I know a lot of people are complaining like, oh, they're just changing things to make it different. Well, hey, yeah, so like, I mean, it's different. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. But I guess in maybe like a week or two, hopefully this week, I'm gonna try this week, but I'm gonna be really busy. I'm gonna give my review, basically going off on the entire COD community, on how all of these fucking losers are so full of shit. You have Blame Truth, the cocksucker who wants to suplex Joe Secot. Yeah, has been buying every single Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 2019. And then you have the fucking 70-inch TV dads who are also saying that this is the best COD ever with no issues, which is also full of shit. I don't understand how you 70-inch TV fuckers are still complaining and, you know, also saying the game's great, but yet they're also complaining that the camo grind is still too hard. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you incels. And then you have fucking Warzone streamers trying to say that the TTK is too fast. But we're gonna get into a video that hopefully soon I'm gonna basically expose, well, not expose, I'm basically gonna call everybody on their bullshit. This has the potential to be one of the best games ever. I give it a solid 7 to 7.5. Let me know what you guys think down below. I don't want to keep this video too long. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next video. I think I'm going to be uploading a Season 1 overview or a Season 1 review either before this week. But if I don't do that, then within the next week or two, you guys should be able to see my review, basically shit-talking the whole COD community. If you guys haven't followed me on TikTok, I'm basically going to be uploading a whole bunch of clips of me going off and stuff like that. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. And as always, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna try to make more content, bro. I really am trying to build the best community on YouTube, man. It's been a passion of mine since I'm a kid. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share with your mother, your grandma, your sister, your auntie, the whole shebang, bro. All right? And as always, guys, I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace out, everybody. I love y'all.